Hello, and thank you for joining me today for another acrylic pour. It's a beautiful day out there in Melbourne. I know I'm dressed in black, mostly because it was freezing this morning, but it's turned out to be a glorious day. So I'm thinking I've got a spare few minutes. It's time for another painting, and I feel like doing something quite different today. So if you bear with me, let me show you the colors. I'm going to use some turquoise and orange, medium yellow, and some crimson red. And you're thinking that's surprisingly rainbowy, and yes, perhaps it will be. We'll have to wait and see. But something that I have not done, actually I don't think I've done it before in an acrylic pour, is to take a toothpick and to move the paint around first before I actually pour it. So yes, that's what we're going to do today. So my name is Mundy. This is Mundy Fox Art. Again, thank you very much for joining me. If you're new here, hey, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm going to adjust my camera and then let's begin. You won't believe it, but a blowfly has meandered into my house and I don't know where it is exactly. So bear with if you hear something kind of buzzing and making an annoying noise. My only hope is that it doesn't land in the paint, because that'll be a disaster. Anywho, I did neglect to say that I will be using some Taubmans house paint as a pillow. So I'll just quickly pour some of that on now. Not too much, but I do love this stuff. I love the way it pops through after it's had a little bit of a think. So we'll put that there. And then we'll start off with the turquoise. Do I do squiggly things? No, I think I'm going to do very deliberate lines actually, because things are going to change somewhat with me moving the paint around with the toothpick. So I'll do that. All right, so turquoise. Then, just because it's such a delightful contrast next to it, I'm going to do the orange. And then, oh look, why not? Let's do the yellow. Be interested to see how this turns out. That's the lovely thing about acrylic pouring, you can just never tell. And last but not least, the crimson red. I don't know how successful this is going to be, because I've just realised it's not really on any pillow, but yeah, that'll have to do. See what happens. Okay, that bit's done. Now, I think you can see, I think it's all right there. I'm going to take my toothpick first, and I'm going to, let's move the paint. That's kind of cute, isn't it? Do I want to do any more? No, I think I'm going to leave that, because I don't want it to be too messy and too busy once I've put the titanium white. Remember the usual stuff that I use, the Amsterdam Titanium White. We'll do this. And spread it around. Actually, I think I am going to go this way a little bit. Kind of rainbowy. And should I be brave and do it the other way? Yes, I think I will. Let's do that. See, they're all just little experiments, but there's some of them can just turn out to be so delightful. Being careful not to press too hard. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? There we go. Actually, surprisingly rainbowy, just even, wiping the blade. No, the spatula, or whatever this thing is called. Palette knife. It's just come to me. There we go. Right. Oh gosh, that's very interesting, isn't it? Look at all that lovely cell work. Okay, so now it's time for me to put on the gloves and see how we go. Right, move all the bits away. Time for gloves. All right, here we go. I'm not too sure that actually even using the toothpick has made a huge difference, but I guess it's too soon to tell. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, this is delicious. Oh, I really like this bit here. I'm hoping I don't lose that. Okay, here we go, here we go. Right. Okay, I think we're okay for those edges. And pouring very carefully. Funny, the crimson looks a bit sort of boring because it didn't actually go on the pillow, but hopefully it'll still do something interesting. Oh, but I'm really enjoying this top end with the blue and the orange, or the, sorry, no, what am I saying? The turquoise and the orange. Okay, I think that's it. All right. Now, I'm just going to get rid of my gloves. One moment. You do realise that every time I do a painting, I have to do an awful lot of clearing up of my sink because, you know, there's paint everywhere. But I'll just move it like this. Okay, right. As previously mentioned, I am very much in love with this bit here, and I'm hoping it remains. And look at that, another kind of layer of it. This is a little boring at this point, but you never know what will happen with the pillow popping through. So I'm going to leave it now, and I'm looking forward to one of these days of not actually needing to put it in front of a fan or a heater because, you know, the weather is hot enough for it to dry quickly. But I will be back once it's dry to show you the finished product. See you soon. It has been a couple of days, and I did actually have to put it in front of a fan to dry, but here it is. And I'm particularly enamored with this corner. Mind you, I was the other day when I was actually doing the pour. This reminds me very much of the ocean. The orange part is okay. A little disappointed with the red corner, but look, it's okay. I think overall it's turned out rather well. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye.